Hey guys.
Good morning.
Hi Tobias.
Hello.
Hi. We got stuck a bit in the backstage. We were thinking we were talking to you guys, and then we were like, oh, why are they answering? And then we realized we have to just come here. How is everyone today?
Good.
Good. Thanks for
Good.
asking.
Where are you guys from?
Germany.
Good. I'm from Germany.
From Czech Republic.
Okay. We're in Czech Republic.
Yeah, so from Prague directly.
Ah, okay. Really nice city. Oh, I'm based in Wrocław right now, so quite nearby Prague.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the weather like?
So I'm actually on the way to Prague. I'm not currently in Prague. I'm currently in Beroun.
Uh-huh.
So I'm on my way.
You're
Yes,
on
I
your
was-
way. Okay. Let me see what's happening with the team. And who else? Who else is there? I see some more people. Oh yeah, Virgil is here. What about Milorad? Where are you from?
Hi everybody, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can hear you, yes.
Okay. And Thomas, you're also from Germany? Okay, let's wait a few more minutes. Maybe more people are going to come. Otherwise, we're going to start. Just maybe from the organizational point, we're going to be recording this one. Virgil is going to tell you about it more. And also regarding the questions, we have divided our presentation into the sections. So if you have any questions for that section, feel free to ask them immediately. So we don't have to wait till the end. At the same time, there will be questions at the very end too, Q&A time. So if you wanna have questions for anything else or anything that already has been said, feel free to add them there. Okay.
There is also the, have you mentioned the Q&A section where everybody can write their question?
Oh yes, true. So we also have a Q&A here on the very bottom on your bottom bar. So if you have questions, you can feel free to write them there, or you can also after each section, just raise your hand and tell us a question. So whatever works better for you.
So more people are coming.
Awesome.
Genau, dann Pulsen, ganz wichtig, der hat gar nicht funktioniert, deswegen war auch die Performance so schlecht. Ich dachte, die letzte Woche, wenn ich die Performance bei SAP
Should we wait?
There's a question from one person, so maybe we can answer, and then Jana? Sorry.
Joanna.
Jana.
I think she just says hi.
Oh, maybe it's a question.
Hi, sorry. Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Do you have a question? No, I think that was just hi. Okay, Virgil, I think we should start.
Okay.
And then if other people are going to be coming, then we'll just let them in.
All right. I will just start the presentation. Let me share my screen. So, okay, this is the one. So, hi everyone, I hope everybody can hear me. Like Ola said, we divided this presentation into sections. And after each section, of course, you can ask questions, but the main Q&A section will be at the end of this presentation, where we also allotted a lot more time than for each section. So thank you for joining us today. My name is Virgil. I'm the exhibition relations manager for this event and at Automatica. Ola is the project manager, and Maria will go through the application process today. So we're just going to jump in, and Ola will present a bit about the Automatica, some key facts and aspects, and then as we go on with the presentation, one of us will present. Each of us will present some slides.
Hey, thank you, Virgil. So guys, I'm sure you already have a bit of understanding what is Automatica. Is one of Europe's leading manufacturing events exhibition. It is based in Munich and is organized by Messe München. So it is also located in Messe München. So huge space. But in that space for the last 2 years, we're also having Startup Arena, which is an area in B4 hall before that is dedicated to startups. And this year we have 4 main topics, so to say, for that area, and that is digitalization and AI, sustainable production, photonics, and future of work, which, as you can see, are rather broad topics, maybe apart from photonics innovation, but in general, we're broadening our horizons, and essentially we're inviting all startups that have something to do with automation and with manufacturing, improvement of manufacturing, but the tools for that could be very different, right? There are plenty of innovation from AI that could be applied to the manufacturing. There's plenty, well, anything that helps us work more sustainable, produce more sustainably is a good fit. And then also something that can spark interest of like how the work in the future is going to look like. Again, makes a fit. And photonics is also one of the key areas because of the laser world of photonics that is happening concurrently with the Automatica. So here that's where this connection is coming from. So yeah, if you have any idea what are the problems of manufacturers today, and Virgil, can we go back? What are the problems manufacturers have today? How to potentially help them in solving those problems? And you would like to meet potential clients and investors. There's thousands of people coming in. Then this is the right place. This is the right place for you. So yeah, moving to the key facts. We are expecting almost 30,000 visitors, many of them from Germany, many of them from outside, around 1/3, more than 1/3 is from outside, but especially if you're looking for potential clients within Germany and that market, then that's a good place to be. We're going to have around 600 exhibitors altogether, and by the way, in case you decide to join Automatica, you're going to be officially one of the exhibitors with all the perks that come with that. And the whole space is huge. It's 66,000 square meters, but more importantly for us, we're going to have a dedicated area. And for those of you who've been there last year, there are some improvements that we've made in that area. So if we move further, we have prepared a package for you that is the startup package. And why is that important is because only startups are eligible to access that, and we have a limited number of those packages. So in that package, you get a booth that is 4 square meters, and it's fully furnished for you. We give you 2 exhibitor passes. At the same time, if you want to invite more contacts or other team members to come in, you can also generate them the daily passes. The main difference between those two is exhibitors can come earlier before the fair officially starts and stay later, as well as they are getting invited for exhibitors networking. Whereas the guests can only be there through the time of the opening hours of the exhibition. We're going to have a special demo and networking areas at within our premises of the startup arena. We're going to have 2 potential pitching competitions that you could take part in. One is Odense Investment Summit, and the second one is dedicated to photonics. It's called Photonica. We're going to have workshops, we're going to have networking, we're going to give you access to stage, and we're also going to give you some media exposure. With this one, we need it's a bit of relationship, I have to say, so you have to give us something so that we can maximize your presence, but at the same time, we're very happy to collaborate. Give you access to almost 50,000, more than 50,000 members of our Funding Box community, and more than 25,000 subscribers of our newsletters, and many more, because we're also going to tap into the Automatica's official channels, should you be interested. And lastly, we'll also have some perks for you that are provided by some of our partners like Twilio or like Miro. And that all is for 2,990 euros plus VAT. And honestly, we think that's a really good package. It's a really good deal. It's much cheaper than other options available to have a stand at Automatica. At the same time, the offer is limited to startups, and we only have a given number of those available places, so you better be quick. Also, one main thing that Marisha is going to be telling a bit more about is that this year we're changing a way how we're processing the application to make it also smoother, and at the same time to make it more exciting, so to say. So we don't wait till the end of the call to the end of the application time to process the applications. Once you apply, you're going to receive the information whether you're eligible, and you're going to be processed immediately after. So the faster you apply, then the faster you know that you are eligible, and the faster you can confirm your presence and access all these benefits. Because some of them, obviously, like media exposure, could be much more interesting the more lead time you're going to give us to give you exposure. I think this is the last slide of the the section. Do you guys have any questions to this one?
So maybe I have one question.
Sure.
I saw that Automatica offers such package where you have the booth.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you can clarify which of these perks are like on top of the standard startup package, because that's what we discussed that internally, and we were not sure what's the difference between the startup package from Automatica, which costs the same, and the startup package from you. What's the advantage of this?
So startup package from Automatica is this package. So we're working together with Automatica. The reason why we're working, so maybe I should have said that at the beginning. So Automatica decided to work with us because we're a leader of in the European startup ecosystem. So we curate that content, the packages.
Okay.
For them, right? So basically, we're doing their work. But
Okay, so
we have
there
to
is
do-
only one package,
there's
actually.
only one package for startups.
Okay.
You
Yep.
can also apply for bigger booths, let's say, because, you know, obviously the main difference, so to say, is that here you're going to see that soon when Virgil is going to showcase the booths, right? These booths are smaller and they are grouped together in the startup area. We think that this is better for startups because we think that it gives you an advantage. And from a startup perspective, you might not need a bigger booth, but you'd rather save some money and at the same time be surrounded by other startups and have access to all those perks. But at the same time, you know, I can't stop you from applying normally through the other packages and getting a bigger booth, right? And then obviously paying more for that. So yeah, so just to clarify, yes, this is the same startup. There's only one startup package, and this one. Automatica also has it on their website, and but in the end, if you clicked on the link to apply, you're going to be directed to us anyway. But in case, let's say you would really like to have bigger space, well, one thing I would suggest, maybe you could just get 2 booths with us, but also if you would like to have a much bigger space, then you can also apply as a normal exhibitor, but then you don't access those perks. And also, you know, it costs more.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. I wasn't aware of that. Perfect. Thanks.
So happy to clarify. Is there any other question? Virgil, we can't hear you.
I think there is a hand raised from Christine. Ola.
Yes, I also just wanted to say something. I don't see how many people are joined us, but maybe you can check if they are allowed to chat or talk or something like this, because I think you have to do it manually. So just check if everyone's, because I see the presentation, I don't have access to the people in
Christine, maybe you could firstly ask us a question. We'll figure it out meanwhile.
Yeah, great. Thank you. I applied already. I think it's a lovely offer. Thank you. And we would love to take part. I completed all the paperwork about well over a week ago, but I'm unsure about when we will hear that it's confirmed. Can you talk a little bit about that and what I would receive?
Yeah, Christina. So Marisha is going to give you an update, and unfortunately, it's just that we had the Easter break or spring break, and in Munich they take it very seriously. So we're waiting for their replies. But at the same time, Marisha is going to clarify that and let you know when you're going to definitely hear from them. Okay, in case you still don't, then you can also just text us, and we're going to just basically give them a call and remind them. But Marisha is going to give you more insight soon on the application process, and that should probably clarify your situation.
Yeah, that'll answer my questions. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to go a quick round. I don't see any other hands risen. Then we can maybe move on.
Yep.
And yeah, thank you guys.
I think Marisha will take over now for the application process. So
thank you very much, Virgil. As Ola has just been saying, the startup arena is intended for the startups because we think that it's an activity which gives you visibility and networking opportunities, and it's a great opportunity for startups. But with this, there comes certain limitations, so certain criteria. And because of that, we decided that to be eligible, the startups need to be younger than 7 years from the date of the first commercial sale, or younger than 10 years. And of course, the company has to be an independent one. Sorry. So small and medium-sized companies are eligible. And what's more, the ownership of the company needs to be in the hands of the founders. So this is the second criterion. And the two remaining ones are strictly connected with the startup, let's say, specification. So it has to have an innovative product, and the company needs to aim to scale up, of course. So these are the criteria that you will see reflected in the application form. And the application areas for this Automatica startup arena are listed here, as you can see. So robotics and automation for manufacturing, IoT, AR, big data, solutions for the digital transformation, and also photonics industry. So I'll come back to that in a minute. Virgil, could we move to the next slide, please? Okay, and now the submission system. So how does it work? As you probably already know, we have a dedicated microsite for that. You can see the address here, and can we move on? Okay, so when you access this microsite, you will see two apply buttons, one in the menu at the top, and Virgil, can you go on? And this is where you will find all the explanations and the guide for applicants, which is also a good reference material, good document to read before you apply. And the apply button at the bottom of the page will take you directly to the submission system, to the application form, right? So can we go to the next slide, please? Yes, so when you access the submission system, you'll have to click Start a New Application, and then you'll see the sections in the application form. And as Ola has mentioned, we are in strict cooperation with Automatica to organize the startup arena, but also through this event, we are in cooperation with Odense, and we are also in cooperation with Photon Hub Europe project. So basically, the purpose of this application form is to collect expression of interest from startups who want to be exhibitors at the startup arena, but not to make you to fill out 3 different applications in case you are interested in other events. We decided to put everything into one application form. It's just that certain sections, as you can see here, are obligatory for exhibitors only, and we have 3 optional sections in case you want to access some other activities. So Virgil, can you move on? Yes. So once you complete the obligatory sections, you will see the Submit Now button, and this is where you have to click. Until you click the Submit Now button, we will not process your application, because once you click it, we will see your application in the system as submitted, and then we start processing that. Okay, so it's very important to click the Submit Now button. Okay, and as for optional events, so there are 2 investor pitch contests by Odense Investor Summit. And also, as I said, we are in cooperation with Photon Hub Europe, and hence the topic of photonics on one of the days during the startup arena, and hence this application section for investment readiness coaching and investor matchmaking program. I don't want to go into too much detail about that for now. It's just to show you how the application form works. So Virgil, can you move on? Yes, so if you want to apply additionally for the opportunity to pitch at the Odense Investor Summit, you complete section 5. And if you want to apply additionally for the opportunity to pitch at the Photonica, you fill in, Virgil, if you can click, then you fill in sections 6 and 7. Okay, so this is how the application form works. And I think this is the last slide in which, yeah, I wanted to explain that. And yeah, if you have any questions at this point, maybe first I wanted to answer Christine's question. Christine, I wanted to ask first whether you received a confirmation email that Messe München will be contacting you within 10 working days. Have you received this message?
I believe so, but I'll just do it. I'll just check my email, but I believe I received that at the time, but then I haven't heard anything since.
Okay. So so what it means that we have looked through your application, we checked your eligibility criteria, and now the process is that once you're eligible, we let Messe München know. So this is the process that Ola said I would explain. So once you submit the application form, we check the eligibility criteria. If you are eligible, Messe München gets a message from us. Hi there, we have a new eligible application, and you need to contact the applicant with the information about the booth placement. Okay, so this is how it works. And I think that as Ola explained, the Easter holiday period got in the way, but we'll reach out to Messe München to check what the situation is, all right, with your application.
Great, thank you. Yeah, I applied on Thursday the 6th, which was 12 days ago, but it says that it'll be replied within 10 working days.
Yeah.
Of course, because of the holidays, that's not yet. Yeah.
If I may also, just in Munich, the holidays were more extended, let's say, than in the other places.
That's
like
fine.
we only have Monday off. I think they had like 3 or 4 days off. That's why, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so are there any other questions? Yeah, Ladislav, I can see your hand raised.
Just a quick question. So you are just checking eligibility, and then it is based on first come, first served basis.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions about the application process? Okay, if you don't have them now, you can, and something else comes to your head 2 minutes later, please just type your question in the chat or in the Q&A, and we'll answer that at the end of the session, right? So I guess that's all from me. Thank you.
All right, let's just move on. The event logistics. We're going to present you some renders of this year's area where the startup arena will take place. These are like four pictures. On the upper right corner, there is a render of a booth. It's around 4 square meters in size, and it's on the island. An island is comprised of 4 booths, as you can see here. On the left side, you can see small render of the lounge area and the coffee bar, and here on the left side is the presentation stage, and this white cubicle here is the area where the exhibition will, like, exhibitor can present their solutions and everything. So I'm just going to move to the next slide. Now we have some bird eye views of how everything looks. So we have two main arteries, like one is here, one is here where my mouse moves, and here is the coffee area. So there will be a lot of traffic, of course. This is also part of the startup arena, this here and this here. So here is the presentation area. Here is the stage. Here is the lounge area. Here is the networking space. And here is the coffee bar. So basically, we wanted this here to have a little bit more space. That's why, and also have these traffic lanes. So it will be more fluid. On the right side here, you have a bird-eye view from the whole area. Again, here is the stage. These are the booths, the island with the booths. This is one traffic lane, second big traffic lane. This is a smaller one where the coffee shop will be. Yeah, so basically this is it in terms of how the booths are arranged. So if you have any question for this, maybe we can. If you have any question, just let us know. If not, we can move on, and maybe you'll have it for the Q&A session. By the way, I don't see any raised hands, so because I'm presenting. So if there is anyone, maybe Ola, you can tell me.
No, I don't see either, but at the same time, I think maybe a few more words in here. So the difference, let's say, between the last years that we're going to be, so we're in the same spot, but as Virgil has mentioned, we're going to have a coffee shop that is bringing more traffic. And also, if you look at the top view on the right. This area here is going to be populated by VDI Nachrichten. For those of you from Germany, you might know them. So they are going to bring in additional traffic, and they are going to have some sort of consultation for job market for young people. And the area next to us on the very left side is also going to be populated, which is probably a really good improvement this year. That's something I'm very happy about, because last year we didn't have anything there, and this year it's going to be up all the way till the end of the hall. There are going to be stands there, so that means we're going to have potentially way more traffic coming in. And I know that many of you are interested in meeting new potential clients. So obviously, the more people are passing through the stands, the area, the more potential visitors. And the other thing we've also changed is that last year, remember, there was this big board sort of covering the stage. So we're changing that as well. And so the stage and the area is going to be visible from pretty much each direction. And also the demonstration area that we have stretched towards the front gives us more closer to the main walking path. Then it also gives us potentially even more interest in visitors coming in and checking what's up. Okay, I don't see questions, so maybe we can move on.
Yep. So this part is actually related to what Ola said at first when the presentation started. We are more than happy to help you disseminate and help you make you visible. Of course, we need some help from you in terms of tagging us if you post something on social media or in your channels, so we can repost and share it. We will be sending you also a communication toolkit, which will make your life much more easier in terms of preparing posts. We have copywriter in-house who prepare the posts, who prepare the visuals for the social media posts. So we're happy to share that with you. Of course, you can use your own. The only thing here is to tag us along. Once you post something, tag our handles. We can the handles are already in the communication toolkit, so you'll see them. And also the other thing is we also disseminate in our own network, like in our newsletter and our communicate in our spaces. So basically, you will have a lot of exposure once you're ready to join the automatica. So if you have any questions here regarding dissemination, let us know. I'm just going to switch back to our channels with the media exposure. You can find that on the row below. We have like 50K in our tech community, 20K email subscribers where we send a regular newsletter, and also through our social media networks, plus 15K followers. So your visibility, you'll get a visibility boost from us. So let us know if you have any question here. If not, we can just go directly to the Q&A.
I think we also have just a section of the agenda. So.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So just to give you a bit of an information what's going to happen on the agenda. So on it's a 4-day event, same like last year. The first day we're going to have mainly focusing on opening, and we're going to have few partners joining us on the stage. The second day is going to be focused on photonics, and we're going to have Photonica, which is the pitching competition for the photonics related startups. And then we're going to on the third day we're going to focus mainly on automation robotics, and conclude the day with the Odense Investment Summit, organized by one of our partners. And lastly, we're going to have on the fourth day, we're going to have we're going to focus on sort of connecting the startups and digitalization with the traditional SMEs. We're going to be inviting traditional SMEs from the area to join in and see what you guys could potentially offer to them, and in order to benefit them and help them digitalize. We're going to be most probably doing that with one of the European initiatives for that. So this is also the time when potentially, if you guys would be interested, you could jump on a stage and also present your solution, but in a context of like the positive impact your solutions have on manufacturers. And we call it Our Time Is Now. So this is the agenda. Do you guys have any questions maybe about any of the pitching competitions or other parts? So I think, I think this is it. I think we can move to the general questions now, if you guys have any.
Yeah, maybe some question about the pitching competitions. Is that coupled to any price brands, or is it just for the fun, or how is that structured?
Yeah. So with the pitching competitions, we're finalizing the prize right now, and as soon as we have it, which I really hope is going to happen somehow this week, we're going to have the announcement on how much. What's at hand, and also each of them is going to have also the investors present. So potentially you can also count for, or like try to get an investment from them. But we're working on the price, and we shall we shall have information on that within this week.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Also, maybe just one more thing, let's say, provided you applied and you submitted your application, but you applied only for a booth. If you're still interested in participating in the pitching competitions, you can edit that part of your application. So in a way, it is essential for you to participate, to have a stand in order to participate with the pitching competition, But at the same time, we understand that, let's say some of you are still wondering whether you would like to participate or not. We suggest you firstly submit the application to secure your spot, and then you could also add that part later on.
Thanks. I think we applied for the whole 9 yards, basically everything that was able to be crossed, but so far I've only heard from the stand placement and not the photonics hub and events.
Yeah.
Can you give a little feedback on when we can expect any notice from them?
Sure.
Yeah, you asked Tobias about photonics. So the thing is that, like, the automatica application happens in parallel with applications for the Photon Hub program, and we are closing the application process for the Photon Hub program actually tomorrow at 5 p.m. So those who applied for booth at Automatica but are also interested in the Photon Hub program, we will process your expression of interest in the Photon Hub program together with the application, with those who applied for Photon Hub only. So the applications, we collect the submissions till tomorrow 5 p.m. So basically till the end of this month, till the end of April, we will be processing all the expressions of interest from Photon Hub and also from Automatica, from those who want to participate in Photon Hub. So till the end of the month, you should hear from us about your participation in the Photon Hub program and as a consequence in Photonica pitch, right?
Okay, cool, thank you.
Any other questions?
Okay, guys, I think there's no more questions at this point. At the same time, just in case you have any more questions, you probably know how to reach us, but if not, then Virgil, maybe you can go to the first slide there where you have our emails. We're also going to, well, you've been emailing with Virgil already, so that's probably the easiest way. At the same time, if you want to reach out to myself or Marisha, you can also use the other direct emails. And we're also going to send you this presentation after the webinar, so then you can review it, and should there be anything that needs the clarification, just let us know.
I think also the presentation is in form of a PDF. When you register, you can see it as a download link, so you can download it already.
Meanwhile, I hope we clarified what needed to be clarified, and I hope that soon we're going to welcome you in another webinar that we organize for the already confirmed exhibitors, when we talk a bit more about logistics and how to make the most out of your presence. And so have a wonderful rest of the day. Hopefully you have good weather, and spring has already arrived to wherever you're located. So have a wonderful day, and let's keep in touch. And if you have any questions, just pop us an email.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks. Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Ladislav.